All right, today we're going to talk about a little secret, a powerful strategy for anyone who's trying to learn a new technical skill. It's a plan that's so simple it almost feels wrong, but I promise you, it's designed to break you out of that endless planning loop and get you to actually do something, and fast.
You know that feeling, right? You're looking at this giant, overwhelming list of technologies, all these frameworks, languages, cloud platforms, and you just freeze. It's that classic paralysis by analysis. The pressure to come up with the perfect learning plan is so intense that it actually stops you from learning anything at all.
And this is a totally real thing. Just listen to this learner, Shravan. He was stuck in this exact trap. He laid out this super ambitious schedule, 5 months of hardcore daily study. But even as he was making the plan, he had this nagging feeling. He knew if he tried to do it all, he'd end up nowhere. Sound familiar?
And that's what we're going to call it, the 6-month learning trap. It's this idea that you have to have a long, perfect, detailed roadmap before you can even take the first step. But here's the problem. You spend all your time and energy drawing the map and you never actually start the journey. It's a recipe for procrastination.
So what if the solution wasn't a bigger, better plan? What if it was something radically simpler? Well, Shravan got some advice from a mentor, Radhakrishnan, that just completely flipped the whole idea on its head. It's a plan that cuts right through all that complexity. The very first step, it's going to sound weird. It's going to just stop. Seriously, stop the 6-month planning. Stop trying to schedule every single hour. Stop trying to figure out the whole journey when you can't even see the destination yet. Just hit pause. And here it is. This is the core of it. Forget the 5-month marathon. The mentor's advice was simple and direct. Build a plan for the first week. That's it. 7 days. All of a sudden, that intimidating mountain shrinks down to a single, totally manageable first step. Okay, so what in the world are you supposed to do in that 1 week? Well, you're not going to build the next Facebook. Instead, the advice is to build something that the mentor calls a silly project. And the action plan for this is just beautiful in its simplicity. First, you pick a tiny problem. So small, it only needs a list and a text box. A basic to-do app is the perfect example. Then, you just build it. And finally, and this is the most important part, you deploy it. You push it live to the internet where anyone can see it. For your tech stack, you're using the absolute basics, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, the foundation of the web. No complicated frameworks, nothing fancy. Then you get it online. It doesn't matter if you use AWS or GitHub Pages or whatever. The point isn't to master the platform, it's just to complete the act of shipping your work. Now, this might be the most radical piece of advice here. The mentor's instruction was, don't do any course. No course, nothing. Instead of sitting back and watching tutorials, he said to act like a kid, right? Think about it. Kids don't read the instruction manual before they play with Legos. They just start snapping bricks together. They play, they experiment, they learn by doing. So, if the project is silly, and you're not even supposed to be taking a course, then what's the actual point of all this? Well, the goal of this little 1-week project isn't the project itself. It's something much, much bigger. The real thing you're building in that first week isn't an app. It's confidence, an incredible, tangible feeling that the mentor says is unlike anything you can get from just studying or planning. And we're not talking about some vague, fuzzy feeling of, oh, I think I can do this. No, this is the concrete, undeniable proof that you took an idea out of your head and made it real in the world. You built it, and you shipped it. That is a superpower.
But I can hear you asking, okay, that's great, but what about all the new, shiny stuff? Shravan was worried about Gen AI and data engineering. Shouldn't I be learning those trendy skills instead of outdated web dev? It's a fair question. Are you falling behind by starting so small?
The mentor's warning here was so clear. If you jump straight into those super complex, specialized fields without a solid foundation, you're just going to get lost. It's like trying to do calculus before you know algebra. First, you have to prove to yourself that you can solve basic problems. Once you have that skill, and more importantly, that confidence, then you can choose to go anywhere you want.
When you get right down to it, this entire approach is about changing the actual goal of learning. You're not just trying to collect a bunch of skills to list on a resume, you're developing a core competency. You're building a muscle. Let's look at this mindset shift. The old goal was to target a specific job role, so you try to build the perfect resume for it. The new goal is just to gain confidence by building what the mentor calls a muscle for learning. You stop trying to learn everything and you just focus on shipping something.
And that muscle you build, that can be used to learn any technology you want down the road.
And that really is the heart of it all. Stop planning, start building. So I'm going to leave you with this one question to really think about. Forget the 6-month plan. What's the one small, simple, maybe even a little bit silly project you're going to build and ship this week?